はい、皆さん、コインテレグラフジャパンへようこそ。ということで、今日この動画はもうタイトルの通り、Singularity DAO っていうプロジェクトの CEO のマーチェロさんっていう方に、インタビューをね、してきたので、その動画です。これは後半なので、前半はコインクラブジャパンの方で見てみてください。この Singularity DAO 面白いのが、AI、人工知能とブロックチェーンをガッチャンコして、AI がみんなの資産を勝手に運用して増やしてくれるっていうシステムなんですよね。で、この後半ではどれだけ儲かるのかとか、今後のね、ロードマップみたいなところとかも含めて聞いてきたので、ぜひ見てみてください。だからその前に見てない人はね、前半も見てからこっち見た方がね、流れになってるので見やすいかなと思います。では、どうぞ。Can I get into a little bit more specific, statistics about the performance you mentioned about?
Sure.
It was like a profitable, right? So you mentioned about like a one pool was profitable. What about other Dynaset? Is that like a,
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting question. So,
yeah. Can you maybe touch on this? Talk about it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We released the first update earlier last week, and so the condition have changed a little bit. So we have three Dynasets so far. So the first one, it's called the Dyna BTC. We need to come up with better name. We'll get there. Dyna BTC basically inside has Bitcoin and USDC. Okay, so only two currencies.
Yeah.
So the market, the Bitcoin, since we launched to that result, to the publication of this update, was down 10%, 10.5%. Okay, because market was crashing, 10.5%. Our funds, so the Dyna BTC, which is essentially an LP token representing the liquidity that you have in that fund, went down only 0.5. So the Dynaset perform 9.97% better than just holding Bitcoin, which is incredible.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that is super good.
Okay.
Then Ethereum, I mentioned that already, went down 15%. We only went down 1.7%, so plus 13% compared to the market. And then the third Dynaset that we launched it's called Dynasync. So far, still we need a better name. So that one has USDC. Then AGIX, which is Singularity Net Token, SDAO, which is Singularity DAO Token, and NTX, which is NuNet Token, another ecosystem. So all Singularity Net ecosystem, right? So when we published this article, this one was the worst performing because alts were not doing well. However, yesterday, Singularity DAO pumped a little bit.
I saw that.
So yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. So performance, we're doing better. So I would have to check on the DApp right now. I can check real time if I manage to log in rapidly without getting my password wrong. There you go. So now we are up. Looks like 15% compared to the market.
Whoa,
so,
15%.
Yeah, so if you would have, so that's what it looks like. So if you would have held only one of these tokens, you would have missed the opportunity for this little pump. So far so good. So far so good. And to be honest, I'm so excited to launch Dynasets on BSC or Dynaset on Terra or we can go multi-ecosystem or Dynasets on Cardano. Imagine we're gonna be the first DeFi platform on Cardano. So yeah, and when we have shorting positions, boom, it's done.
That's good to thanks so much for sharing that. That's impressive. So just follow-up question. You talk about the LP token, right? Does user have to worry about impermanent loss in this case as well?
Okay, so no, because we have because it's not actually liquidity locked in exchanges. So because we trade, so the assets that you put are always going to be the assets that you get back. And plus we have a system called the Forge, which actually help managing trading fees and impermanent loss. So part of the problem of why Dynasets are so successful compared to everything that came in the market before, because as you said, index funds have been existing for a long time.
Yeah.
Because nobody has managed to crack the solution to lower trading fees, right? So you can't actively manage funds because every time you do a transaction, you spend too much fees, right?
Yeah.
So we come out with this system called the Forge, where we basically batch transaction all together while at the same time compensating for the time that this transaction have been waiting in the Forge. So thanks to this, we managed to lower gas fees and at the same time managing impermanent loss. So our liquidity pools are on balancer, so that also help us. But there's really nothing that users have to be worried about. I mean, the big vision is to make it as simple as possible, because we want to get more people into DeFi, into crypto. So, as I said, even my mom should be able to use Singularity DAO if she has crypto already. So.
Yeah, that sounds very good. So I was kind of thinking now that, I mean, you have currently 3 Dynasets, but at the end of the day, if AI manage that, like, it doesn't need to be crypto, right? Like, do you have any plans to maybe get into synthetic stocks or anything else, commodity?
Yes, of course. Synthetics will come at some point. Yes, hopefully this year. I mean, we have it on the roadmap, but yeah, absolutely, we can go on any direction. Yes.
Okay.
Synthetics is absolutely one of the most interesting and I think most promising in the whole crypto space.
Yeah. Okay.
We can be as creative as we want. We can do Dynasets of Dynasets. We can do. One of the plans that we have is to do the ultimate stablecoin. So imagine that you create a Dynaset with all the stablecoins inside, right? So it's a stablecoin based Dynaset. So even if one of those crashes for whatever, because maybe the SEC cracks down on Tether, then you have all the other stablecoins back in the Dynaset out. So that would be the ultimate stablecoin. Imagine what we can do with that.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, the ultimate liquidity provided, right? So
yeah. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, it sounds like that you guys. I feel like I think people who are watching this can have a good idea of Dynaset. I think it's super exciting. But as you mentioned, you've been building so many things, including bridges, Launchpad, and I'm kind of curious about the Launchpad, and because Japanese people again also busy, right? And then I think Japanese people started to kind of figure it out. Oh, Launchpad can be a good way to invest in my money, because as long as it's fair, I can aim like good return. Maybe so. Can you touch on just a little bit about your plans on that?
Yeah, sure. So we created this Launchpad mainly because the Singularity Net Foundation was becoming an ecosystem, and it's still becoming an ecosystem. So we needed a place to launch these projects, right? So Launchpad seems to be the ideal avenue to place ourselves strategically within the Singularity Net Foundation and becoming like the DeFi engine of the Singularity Net Foundation. We launched one project so far, which is called Nunet, decentralized hardware, which raised 2 million in 90 seconds, which is outrageous. It's incredible. We didn't expect it. Currently, it's providing 10x returns to its investors, right? So obviously we're going to host more projects on our Launchpad, and the vision there is that we incubate this project, we include them into Dynaset to accelerate their liquidity. We provide them the DeFi tools like staking and farming options, and so that's a big vision, becoming a sort of like Europe coin list version of coin list. So targeting very large quality projects that we can support thanks to our brand and community and expertise. So for Japanese people, it's an amazing opportunity to jump in early into some projects. If you try to get into coin list, you have 900,000 people in front of you. So chances are higher if you try to get on ours. So
cool. Yeah, that's exciting. So I'm gonna definitely, my eyes on that tab.
Please become one of our users. I think we are very committed in launching quality products, and we also wanna eventually gonna be working with institutions, onboarding traditional funds, get them into crypto thanks to our technology. So yeah,
cool. Can I ask the question around like a tokenomics? Because I think a fair amount of people might be like, wow, this sounds good, but like, what kind of like a utility, that the SDAO token has, and then so perhaps some people might be thinking about like, do I have to buy SDAO token to partake this Launchpad or something like that? So maybe can you just touch on that?
Yeah, thank you for your question. So yes, one of the utility of this DAO token is definitely the one to access the Launchpad. So people would need to have this DAO token, stake it, and depending on how much they stake, they will be able to access different tier of investments in the Launchpad, like many other Launchpad do. Then we have the governance element. DAO is a governance token. DAO is also included in Dynasets. And the beauty is that, like in a traditional fund, the asset manager gets a performance fee. So in this case, we are the asset manager, right? So if we make you money, we're going to take part of the money and keep it for ourselves. So of that money, a percentage would be redistributed to DAO holders. So if you have a DAO token, you would get a percentage of the performance fee that we make from Dynasets. So like an actual DAO, we redistribute performance fees to this DAO holder. So another utility is to get performance fees. How we're gonna get performance fees is still something that we are discussing, because we can do buyback programs, we can do airdrops, we can do airdrop for stakers. We haven't we haven't decided yet, but we're gonna redistribute fees back to our users. So also, like, you would need the token to access the bridge, so to access the overall platform
ecosystem.
So, the ecosystem, yes, they are creating.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, another question I kind of wanted to get into was that, like, you're switching, if I'm understanding correctly, you're switching from Ethereum to Cardano, kind of like, is that correct understanding?
No,
it's expanding.
Singularity Net is the first project building on Cardano. So we are Singularity Net will also be the first provider of a token bridge from Ethereum to Cardano. So anybody who wants to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Cardano would have to use the Singularity Net bridge. And the Singularity Net platform is currently being built on Cardano. So with Singularity DAO, we started with Ethereum. We are now on BSC, so we have a bridge that can bridge token to BSC, as well as staking and farming on BSC, and we're gonna launch BSC focused Dynasets. After that, we can do Cardano, right? Cardano, as soon as Pluto's contracts are actually available to use, and we can bridge native assets, it's gonna be easy for us to implement and launch some Dynasets on Cardano. But we can, the vision is to become chain agnostic. So
got it. Yeah,
we want to be on Solana, we want to be on Avalanche, we want to be on, as I said, Cosmos, Phantom, all of them.
All the chain. Yeah, sounds good.
It's the end, as Daniele Sesta says, it's the end of blockchain tribalism, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense to close ourselves in silos as we used to do before. We need to provide value to anybody in DeFi if we want to make this movement as global as possible. So
yeah, now, he's also building a lot like new protocols on Phantom, I think. Danielle.
Oh yeah? Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah.
it?
Yeah, he was just tweeting like last week. Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay, I missed that.
Yeah,
okay.
Check it out.
Avalanche focused.
Yeah,
okay.
he's like a Frog Nations. On.
Yeah. Great guy. I like him. It's
yeah.
I would love to have a chat with him one day.
Yeah, awesome. So as time is kind of approaching towards end, maybe can we touch on maybe roadmaps, because people are excited. You talk about a lot of like roadmaps, right? But like maybe touch on short term, but also maybe long term one. And also maybe at the end, can you give us closing remarks for Japanese community?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So in terms of roadmaps, we have a lot going on. I mean, one of them is implementing automated portfolio management for our Dynasets, sentiment analysis, as I said, actual price prediction coming from artificial intelligence, and the next level of portfolio management. So the one where AI can actually rebalance automatically these portfolios. And currently, we are doing tests on this, and we are having very good, promising results. So that's one of them. The Launchpad will launch other ecosystem projects such as Sophia DAO, Mindplex, Rejuve, and some other externals that are coming in. We have, we're going to offer auto-compounding multi-chain staking for our users. We're going to be able to offer cross-chain arbitrage opportunities. The protocol backed asset stablecoin that I mentioned earlier. So we want to integrate an actual, we want to make the overall infrastructure very integrated, so that whomever participate to the Launchpad can then stake it, can then use that token as a collateralized asset, maybe to participate, to borrow money from somewhere else, or perhaps to participate to Dynasets. So we want to become more integrated with the overall DeFi ecosystem. And then, as I said, more Dynasets, on different different ecosystems. And then what else? Also, Algorand is one of the blockchains that we're talking to. So that's a lot going on under the hood. Yes,
sounds like it. That's all about all in this year, 2022.
So we want to grow as well. Want to hire more devs. Everybody needs devs. In these days, we have already, I think, the largest quant researcher team in DeFi, one of the largest AI team as well. Our CTO comes from Microsoft. So it's already a big team, and it's stressful enough, but we have to grow it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. It's a lot of fun, trust me.
That's good. I can see you're having fun. So maybe just to finish this conversation, maybe just can you share a message to my audiences and people in CoinTelegraph?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. So we believe the future is chain agnostic. So we want to build a multi-chain, and we believe that the future for a big trend in 2022 would be passive income creation tools, and we want to become one of those. We want to be able to get your funds and multiply it by actually creating value, and not by just distributing yield through our own tokens. I mean, because if you do these programs before or after, the tokens are going to finish. So it's a very short-term project. We actually creating value. We are trading, so we are generating more values, and we want to do it for everybody. We want to take the hassle out of crypto trading, so we believe this product can actually be quite revolutionary. So we invite everybody to come in and try it, to try our Dynaset, to participate to our governance, to share your opinion, to participate to our community, and join the Singularity DAO family.
Sounds good. By the way, where is the best place to find the latest information? Twitter, Telegram?
Our blog is probably the best. Yeah.
Blog, okay.
So Medium is where we post. We post a lot on Medium. Telegram, it's where our community gathers the most. We launched Discord recently for those who use Discord. So please come visit us at Singularity DAO. We have very friendly admin that can answer all of your questions.
Perfect. So I'm going to put all the information down below. So if you're watching this, please go check it out. Just join the community.
Thank you so much, Yusuke.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's been such a pleasure and fun catching up. And I'm excited to have you back on the show and once the more development comes.
Please.
Yeah.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
CoinTelegraph. Like, subscribe, and hodl.